What's up, crew? Alright, you're probably like, damn, what's this? My bad. I'm shooting from the hip with this video. This is like a spur of the moment. We're gonna talk more about transmutation of energy. Okay? Uh, there are different ways in which you transmutate energy. Okay, the first example of which I've already told you about that situation when I went to the store and I walked in and the lady was on some kind of racial bullshit. I had to turn that shit around because I was going to find myself in a bad position ripping someone's soul from their body with words. Okay, so instead of trying to give out your wrath, you know what I'm saying, you got to like try to find a way around it. What do they teach you in martial arts? They say to you, hey, you know, we teach you this stuff, but we don't want you going around using it. We want you to not use it. The point of learning it is to not have to even put yourself in a position to have to smash somebody, because the ultimate be all end all of martial arts is if you can't use your mind and your will and your word to stop an aggressor, then you have to smash them beyond comparison, so they realize what the heck that they were even getting themselves into in the first place. All right, now that's a transmutation of energy. That's called transmutation by force. If you cannot talk your way out of a situation or move energy with the metaphysics, and you have to go to a physical level to try to transmutate energy, that situation can either end good or bad. You know, you could possibly go to jail. You could possibly hospitalize someone. You could get hospitalized in the moment of trying to check somebody. You know, you could get killed, vice versa. So there are like certain pros and cons to each way you transmutate stuff. Now, the physical way of transmutation is, like I said, combat. Melee, projectile, it doesn't matter. It's called combat. If you combat someone, you are at war. You're on a different frequency. You're on a lower frequency, because low level sounds like bass drums and 808s and all that shit, that stirs up the bass chakra. You know, they beat it in wars when the tribal Aboriginal people of different lands, what do they do when they go to wars? Boom, 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 boom. What do they do even in, you know, modern? They have their little war drum. That's all to raise the morale of the people. They you know, those low subsonic frequencies and those real low bass drums, it stimulates the root, and the root of one's will is, you know, you march to war. You march to war on the 2 feet, or you know, however you get there. That's the root of the will. So that's what it stimulates. The red, code red, time to go in, time to take action. So it's like you gotta look at these type of things, and we all know war is hell, and war doesn't really breed anything good. Usually it doesn't. Sometimes it does, but you know, you kind of like gotta go to war like they did on the Assassin's Creed. You gotta work in the dark to serve the light. You know, that's how it is. That's why we holding torches, right? You wouldn't be holding a torch if it was light out. You see, you need a torch to see through the darkness. All right. So this is heavy. So transmutation by force, it can definitely breed bad results. Very bad, detrimental. Sometimes good, you know. I mean, it all depends. Now, when you transmutate someone's energy, when their energy's funk, and they're trying to throw dirt on you, make you be funky and nasty, what you do is that you take that funk and you convert it into something positive. You have to do this with stratagem. You have to be very strategic and meticulous about this. It's all about choice of words. It's all about how you receive the transients of action and word and look. Because people, like, they project their light into you. They might turn to, like, when I walked in, she turned her nose up at me. I could immediately, like, she just projected into me without even saying anything. Fuck you. That's basically what she projected to me. I know. I could feel it. And that's why I was like, oh, man. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. You turning your nose up. You don't even know of me. So now I got to show of thee why you don't fuck around with a person like me. I turn that smile I would turn that frown right upside down into a smile and be on my merry old way. Because like I came in there in a good mood. You're not gonna ruin my funk. You see me having a good day, you walk in the void, and you want to throw some of that sludge on me spiritually. None of that. So what you do is, what do? You when you find metal, you harvest it, you refine it. So I refined her funk. You see what I'm saying? And I turned that shit into some pure, and then directed it right back into her. And then now, every time she sees me, she's going, no, RESPECT. I better get it because I took it. But see, that's called passive aggressive transmutation. Because like I said, I was almost put in a position where I was going to suck the soul out this broad with my words, rip it from her. Whoosh, hold up, man, because you don't have no right for this. I don't even know you. You know, it's you're being nasty. I'll shut that down. But I still shut it down. But I did it in the right way, which doesn't breed adverse effect like war does. Okay. Now, the third type of transmutation of energy, and this is the difficult one. This shit right here is the intricate one. Okay, let's say that someone wishes you not well, but they wish you ill. Okay? Or like, for instance, here's a perfect example. Every time I rise up to these frequencies, I make these videos, what happens? They always slamming doors. Because they probably can hear through these paper thin walls. I know. And they were like, what is this dude talking? You know, or we'll slam videos, he's in there talking, he might be in there talking to someone. They don't really know what I'm doing. They just know, I know that they can hear and they know the frequency I'm on. Alright. Slamming doors, what's that? That's throwing funk. Boom, 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 boom. I'm over here getting into the sound study and working on my book because that's what's getting ready to come out. Y'all know that. What do they got to do? Slam doors and be all nasty and shit. But, like, I could easily open my door up and invite him in and turn this living room into MMA. I got 2 sets of boxing gloves and I can show them, you know, after I rearrange them and then escort them out my fucking house. Like, here, now you know, don't slam doors. But see, that's bad. That's a bad way of transmutating the energy. Now they can come in and also witness, like, okay, this dude's a serious audio engineer. Maybe we need to stop, and he's into some other shit. Maybe we need to stop. Yeah, maybe you need to stop before I fucking curse you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the worst of the words do. Because the deadliest weapon is the tongue. The tongue brings life. The tongue brings death. The tongue creates and destroys. The spoken transient. So all that fucking funk outside the door, yeah, you doing that inner. But if I come speak something on you, that shit'll happen. Because I believe in myself. That's where the magic begins, when you start casting magic. But let me tell you something about magic that my homie told me just last night. Magic is a delusion. The only way that any type of magic spell has power is if you give it power, or people have given it power over a rotating decades and centuries. You know, time, the clock rotating and rotating and rotating, and how many people actually put their belief and energy into this type of stuff. Thank you. I'll be over to join you in a sec. Yeah, but no, listen. That's how magic works. Like those magic books, like say like magic tomes. Like this is an herbs and spices book. There's nothing magical to it except for the apothecary value that these herbs give to you in your body. But I'm just saying, like, say if you had a magic tome on how to cast this magic, da 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 da. Like probably like something like this or something. Yeah, alright. Like something like this. You know how to perform high magic. You know, shit like this, like books. You know, that have a intricate. You know. Just cards, and you know how to read tarot cards. You know, a little bit of Hebrew, just numbers, letters, pentagrams, pentacles, the stuff. You know, the hexagram, air, earth, fire, water, all that shit. My homie told me that these type of tomes, even ones that are old, because you really want the ones that are old, because the ones that are old have had so much ether put into them by the person who did it, and whoever is under the person. You know, people got to believe in your magic too, and that's what also gives it power. So if you're a sorcerer and you cast magic, you have to like not really display it publicly, but you have to have like kind of like a following, and the following kind of like, it's like kind of like today, like how you have a following and it boosts your music career or whatever business endeavor that you're on. You're following, kind of like they follow you. They're giving you their energy. They come check on you. They post it. They comment. They buy. They purchase. They put into you, and then you grow. Which is why a person who runs any type of business or has any type of following, like I got a slight following on here, you have to give back to your followers. You have to give them something good, because you have to think about them. Geez, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my followers. I mean, you would be, but your followers help you develop. People who put into you and give you some of their soul essence, you have to give some of that back. That's called being fair. That's called transmutation as well. Okay? Because people, okay, energy is put into stuff. So if someone, I know I kind of got off topic here, but okay, let's get back to ill will and then someone wishing you well. All right. So they slam doors and yeah. Now, they can do that. That's cool. They know not what they even dealing with or playing with, because like I said, I'll 10,000 volt their ass, and then they'll have a whole new recollection of why they're idiots, and then it'll all come together. You know, a nice deep breath, because the gas, obviously shit that went to their head, they're retarded to try to take me off the frequency that I'm trying to spread to everybody in the community here. That's just, you know, that's just downright. So how you transmutate that bad energy? All right, what you do is you take a person's funk and you use that to motivate you. Now, I oftentimes get frustrated, but then what happens? I end up coming with more fire, because it's like, okay, you guys are trying to put oil and gas on shit and try to get me all funky, but then I end up doing 3-4 more videos and I'm on fire. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you gotta do. So when people try to project the ill will to you, you have to transmutate that, right? And use that as a fuel. It's called conversion. Like fuel conversion. A boat uses coal to burn and push the, you know, so you're a tugboat. Oftentimes life will give you a current and you gotta go against it. Well, you're gonna burn more fuel. So you have to take what you have and burn it, or go with the current, but that's conformity. So you don't want to do that, right? Because obviously they're conformed. They slamming doors and trying to take me to the lower level frequency, because I'm trying to be up here. I'm trying to get y'all up here. See, that's what I'm saying. So I have to take all the shit that they throw at me and turn it into coal, so my little tugboat can keep going against the current. You see what I'm saying? And that is the other way of transmutating the energy. So that's how we bust that down. If you're down here, you want to go to war. That's the root of all things. You march to war. Ba 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 ba. No need for redundancies. But when you try to think up here and you try to dwell up here and anywhere up here, especially the throat, the third eye, and the purple, the crown chakra, those are higher endeavors. But you got to have heart. And what did I tell you? The 3 things you got to have. You got to have character. You got to have personality, because they're 2 different things. And you got to be G about the shit. And I'm not talking gangster. I'm talking about genuine. You got to be real. 100. This book is made of paper, no doubt. This Amish ass table, this hex table, made of wood, undoubtedly. You see it. This compressor, 100% metal, and it's a VCA. No gray area, no way to fuck it up. Thank you, I appreciate this. Hey, I appreciate this. And this is 100. Lose yourself in nature and you'll find peace. Not just this word peace, but you'll find a piece of yourself as well. So, it's a little mantle. My girl got me. But yeah, look. 100, man. You know what time it is. You know what town we're in. Crowtown, bitch.